Yeah.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Itodo Abraham by name. You're welcome to Abraham Boson Show. Today with me is the family of engineer and Mrs. Omale Paul. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I tell you guys are looking so compatible.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure to have you on our show today.
Thank you so much.
I believe our viewers out there have a whole lot to learn from your story and from this interview we're going to be having with you today. Sorry for barging into your privacy, but we won't take much of your time, please.
It's okay, no problem.
But what tribe are you?
I'm an Idoma girl.
Sir? What tribe are you?
I'm a co-guide, Igala.
Okay. Any relationship before you met her?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, very, very sure.
Man, I believe there are a lot of suitors. You don't need to tell me you know like your husband. So tell us now. Are you in any relationship before you met him?
No serious relationship.
But there were guys around.
Usually as a lady you see one or two that will always be disturbing you, but nothing really.
Okay. So as the only son of your parents, how did I feel when you told them you were going to marry a Idoma lady?
My dad,
Okay.
first of all, asked me if I'm sure this is the person I actually want to marry. And I said yes. And he now said, well, that for him, all tribes are the same. We are all Nigerians. That
Wow,
it has
one
no
Nigeria.
segregation, between tribes. So there was no issue. They happily embraced the decision of me marrying from the Idoma people.
Ma, were there any restrictions or objection from your parents when you told them an Igala man is by the side?
First of all, when I told my mom, she was like, Kai, I want you to marry an Idoma man, but since it's your decision, you can go ahead. And my father, he just embraced it and said, since it's what I want,
Wow.
then I'm good to go.
Your good parents, they're after your happiness and your choice. They were not ready to interfere in your choice.
Yes.
The good one. So can you tell us, my audience want to know, how did you meet this beautiful woman? We want to know. I want to hear your story. She's laughing. It's like, it seems to be very funny, but we want to know.
Very funny.
Well, do you want me to answer or her?
You answer, she too, she has her own part to play. I want you to answer. Or, madam, you would want to answer for us?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, please.
It's okay. This is the story.
Okay.
I actually work at the former Federal University of Agriculture, called in Anjostun.
Okay.
As a young lecturer,
Wow.
I accompanied one of my senior colleagues to help in invigilating a test.
Okay.
So, but on getting there, the student felt some of us that accompanied the lecturer were all maybe final year students or so. They never knew we were younger lecturers. So yeah. So while the test,
graduate assistant.
graduate assistant.
Yes.
Yeah. So while the test was going on, I noticed that majority of the students were cheating, jumping from one seat to the other, exchanging papers and the rest of them. But far from my sight, I saw her.
Wow.
Just serious as if she knew all what she was writing.
All her life depends on what she was
Yes, and then there was no distraction like other persons. And then she was beautiful. In fact, the first thing that attracted me was the beauty face.
Wow.
But on getting closer, I now saw that she was not
There was
doing what.
more to her than the beauty.
Yeah, she wasn't doing what other persons were doing. So I now said, okay, as a young man, I was also searching.
Oh,
Just like I told you, I was not in any serious relationship, but I
Okay.
needed to be in one. So after the test, I made her felt as if she did something bad.
As if she was cheating or
Yes. I was like, why were you cheating? I'm not going to collect your paper for submission and the rest. And she got angry, but along the line, it all ended in her submitting, and then I got her number. That was how we became friends.
You had no resistance or restriction from her collecting her number?
She refused. Oh, it was some of the friends that said, what's bad about giving a guy your number? Just give.
At that point, did she know you were a lecturer?
No, she never knew. They were all thinking we were maybe final year student or so.
Wow.
Eh,
Madam, let's take it up from there. Tell us your own version of how the whole thing happened and how you were able to give me your number.
That day after the submission,
Okay.
he said I should stand there and wait for him. Hi, I was like, I stood there, then I went and met my friend Ramat, and Ramat, look at that guy. You say I should wait there.
What level were you then?
I was in 300 level.
Okay.
And then Ramat say, babe, just calm down. Just like that too. Do whatever he wants you to do. Let's get out of here. And I said, okay. I went and stood there, and when he came, he said I should write my number. And then I wrote
Is
my
writing your number part of the you went there for relation at the same time?
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
I wrote my number down, and then I gave him.
Okay.
And that was that day.
Wow. Your story is a sweet one, and I believe a lot of lecturers out there that are not yet married have learned a new skill on how to get a wife for themselves. It's actually a beautiful one. Wow. Well, I think you guys are predestined to be. If you have not gone for that relation, maybe in one way or another your path would have still crossed. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be.
you are very right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt that just the way God wanted it. Even from your parents' part, there was no resistance, no restrictions, and all of that. How long did you court before you married?
Let's say for the first year, that was in 2015. That was when I met her.
Okay.
We were just friends. First 2 years we were just friends.
No, you didn't define your intention.
Nothing.
You didn't make
Yes,
anything
I was just trying to understand her. I don't know about
Well,
her.
she's not for 2 years.
Yes.
And she was standby.
Yes, we're just the talking friends, as in co-op. That was just it. Yeah, but after the 2 years, that was when I now made the intention known. Not even to her first, to my family members.
Okay.
And then they asked me to bring her in. That was where she now came visiting as a friend. She never knew what has happened in the background. So between then and when we got married was like 3 years. We got married officially in 2019, December. Yes, that's what we did the traditional. Then January 2020 we did the white.
But during this period of 2 years, I think we were just casual friends in code. He didn't make his intention known to you, and you were just standing by. You didn't ask him questions. You're not worried. You're not worried.
I was not worried because from the first day we met, we started talking on phone, and then there was a time he said I should come to town. It was as if like 3 weeks after we met, and then he took me to his family house. I just went there like a normal friend, and then in my mind I was like, it's not even up to a month, and then we just went to the family house like that, and then there's this. He's just a plain person, very sincere to me. He's a very sincere person. And then so there was no fear in me, nothing. It was just like I still found a friend. Just like that, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. That was how it was.
So how do you feel marrying a non-tribal person?
In fact, I feel I'm a true Nigerian. Because when I go to my place, I identify that I'm a Kogi and Igala man. When I come to Benue where I'm based, I still see myself as an Idoma man. And then there's this thing I love about marrying from another, and it makes me get to know about other persons more. Sometimes you just feel it's all about your own culture. Sorry. You just feel it's all about your own culture.
Yeah.
But then marrying from another tribe made me to understand that sometimes it's not about my culture. That there are so many other cultures out there one needs to learn.
Now, will you advise any of your younger sister or brother to marry a non-tribal person from your own experience so far?
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Once you know you love the person, you are okay with each other, I don't think tribal thing should be an issue.
So what advice do you have for parents out there that are bent on their children marrying from their place? They are not and they will never be in support of intertribal marriage. What advice do you have for them? We have a lot of young persons out there now that have fell in love with someone that is not from their own ethnic group, and their parents are frying at it, and the marriage proposals and plans are pending because no approval from parents. What is your say in regards to this?
Well, my advice to parents out there that are limiting their children from marrying outside their own ethnic groups is this. The scripture made us to understand that when a man and a woman gets to that age of maturity, definitely they will go out and then get united with another man or woman and become one, not minding the tribe. Now, by the time we restrict our children to our own tribe, then we'll not be doing them good, because sometimes one may end up marrying from his or her own state, but will not have peace. You may end up marrying from your own tribe, and such persons will be the one to even kill, frustrate them as
the whole thing is
parents.
that it's not all about where you are from, it's about the person in question,
Yeah, it's
the
about
character,
the
the quality of the
personality.
person and all of that.
Yes.
It's okay. Who is your role model in marriage? Whose marriage did you envy so much I want to yours to be like?
If you ask me that question, I will say my parents.
Wow, I love that. I think
Yes.
whenever I see your dad, I'm going to give him a high five.
Yes, my parents.
Why did you choose your parents?
As a young guy young child growing up with them, I've always admired them. In fact, my dad called my wife sister, while my mom called my dad brother. They live as brothers and sisters, not just husband and wife.
Till date?
Till today.
Brother and sister?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
And never a day.
I've heard something strange today, and I believe they have been married for like how many years now?
Yeah, over 30
Over
to 35 years.
35 years
Yes.
in marriage, and the man addresses the wife as sister,
Yes.
and the man addresses the wife as
brother.
I think it's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Wow, such marriage is actually worthy of emulation then. Man, who is your role model in marriage, madam?
I don't.
You don't have a role model.
Yes.
Wow. In this marriage, in this relationship, sir, what new have you learned from her culture as an Idoma woman?
Hey, a lot too.
Can you cite some of them so that our audience out there can hear from you?
Yes, the first thing I learned from them, from their culture, is they are very, very welcoming.
Wow.
In fact, if you visit them, they will take you as their own. They don't see you as an outsider.
Okay.
That is the first thing I learned there. And then secondly, they are very, very caring and sincere, especially from my in-laws.
Wow.
Yes. In fact, I've learned a whole lot that I may not be able to say here.
Madam, in one word, what kind of in-law do you have?
Very lovely.
Wow. What have you learned from his own culture? A Idoma woman marrying an Igala man. What have you learned from the Igala culture?
Okay. No, the first time I came, even when I used to go to their house, you will see even the dad and the mom, they'll be greeting you, they'll be bending down. Before you know, as you are sitting down, if there is nothing at all at that moment, they'll bring water for you.
Wow.
And then I was like, especially that greeting, God, they are just too respectful.
Yes,
They
sir.
are very
Arakasa.
I was like, this is serious.
Okay.
So I've learned so many things from them.
So what's your love language?
You want to ask my love language? Outing. Outing.
I remember those days when you got married. Every Saturday you must attend a wedding.
Yes.
And I wonder what happened now that you're married, you no longer attend them.
No, what happened is
And I'm sure your wife too is not in support. If she will be in support, you keep that.
I've not been stable, that's just it. But whenever I'm around, she knows now. Well, sometimes I'll be the one begging her, let's go. but I've not been stable in Macaulay for some
A
time.
lot of married people don't like putting on uniforms like this, wearing the same clothes like this. How do you feel putting on the same and co with your wife?
I feel proud and happy. If you are ashamed of wearing this kind, it means you are not happy with your marriage, because it's a good thing when you dress on the same
I
attire.
just check your hands and she's putting on her wedding ring. You're not putting on your wedding ring. What happened?
I had accident like 2 months ago, so the ring actually affected me, and I'm yet to recover fully on the left hand. I know that's where the ring is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I always have it with me.
In this marriage, who is the first in forgiving? If you are angry, she's angry. Who is the first one to reconcile?
My husband.
You are the hard type, but you don't easily let go. Huh? Eh?
Well, so she said I'm the one, but it depends.
How do you mean? It depends.
Most times, if I notice that she actually has gone very, very wrong, I will just give her two that will make her surely apologize first. But in most cases, I don't mind whether I'm right or wrong.
What kind of woman did you marry in one sentence?
Hey, gorgeous woman.
Wow.
And
Man, in one sentence, what kind of man did you marry?
He's a humble person, a sincere person.
When he said he collected your contact, then he never knew he was a lecturer. How? When did? At what point in the relationship did you get to know he was a lecturer?
The first time he asked me to come to town and come and see him, I said, yeah, that was when I knew that he was a lecturer.
Initial time you thought he was a student.
Yes, because that day we were able to, we got to know ourselves, and then
I hope you are happy you met him.
I'm happy.
You are an Idama woman, he's an Igala man. What is the language of the home? This is your daughter Abigail. She's coming up already, and by the grace of God, others will still come up. Which language are they expected to speak?
both. That's our expectation. But I know sometimes some children might end up learning one better than the other. But our desire is for the both for them to learn.
Can you tell your wife, I love you in Idoma?
Hey, Ekum. Ekum meaning my love.
Ekum is my own.
Yeah.
Ihotukum, my love. Ihotukum is my love. Ekun is my own.
So you see, in my own covers everything.
Madam, can you tell your husband I love you in Ghana? Because if you don't live an exemplary life, then how do you expect your children to pick up? You don't understand your husband's language. He doesn't understand yours. How do you expect the children to learn the both tongues?
Actually, that's the challenge, but we are working seriously on that.
Please do.
But it's one of the challenge that I have seen in
Tribal
marriage. Yes, but we are working seriously on that.
So who is her best friend?
I'm the one, of course.
Outside you, who else is her best friend?
Let me say Ramatu.
Okay, you're not sure.
Ramatu, but I won't lie to you, she don't really keep friends that much. But Ramatu, that I say is her best friend, was the one I met with her.
Until date,
Until date, they have been in touch.
Ma, what is your husband's size of shoe?
He's 40.
I hope you are not trying to be biased here.
No, she's correct. I don't
He's
like,
40.
I just like my shoe fitted. So it's 40 that I go with.
You know the name of the cream she uses?
You know me. I actually I don't know.
Ma, what the cream your husband use? Yeah, the woman of the house.
He don't like using cream.
So what does he use?
Eh?
What does he use?
Sometimes you buy him cream, you end up not using it. So I used to advise him to use mine. So
I don't use
have
cream
a particular cream.
because I sweat a lot. So
Why in courtship, as an Idoma lady and a Gala guy, and you were coming close, what were your fears before you ended up getting married? Before you make your intention known to you? I believe when he started coming close, started noticing something in your heart, that this guy is up to something. where he made his intention known before you told your parents, you were scared. Will my parents accept or not? But what gave you the boldness and the confidence to let it known to them? The question is from both of you. Anyone can answer.
What gave me the confidence was the way his people welcomed me
Sure.
when I went to the house. They didn't really see me as another tribe. Sometimes I even used to tell him, it's not because you say you want to marry me that I married you. It's because of your people that I married you.
Wow.
Because
I love this.
because they are so welcoming and
loving,
so
accommodating.
respectful. Before that was what gave me the confidence that if I enter this marriage, I will have nothing to regret about it.
If you're marrying a man, you're not just marrying a man, you're marrying the entire family. If you love him alone and the family don't like you, are in for something. So what advice do you have for other young ladies out there from just what you have said concerning marrying a man and also marrying from the family? They want to learn from your advice, from your experiences.
In marriage,
Marriage
you are not
and choice.
just marrying the man.
Okay. If all the people they can hear you, we don't have body mic here.
In marriage, you are not just marrying the man, you are marrying the family.
Okay.
So whenever you're about to make such decisions, you have to know the people, the family of the man you are going into. And once you know they are good to go, they are okay for you, then you have no fears. Because it's not just that man in that marriage.
My last question is for you before I go to your husband. Your husband is a lecturer.
Yes,
Are you not scared? There is general saying and talk here and there that lecturers keep women here and there. You don't have any fear that this man that you marry and you call your husband will have one side chick or be going on one of his students in school, in the campus.
I have no fears concerning that because from the point we started till today,
You have not given any reason to
no,
doubt
I've
him
not
or
seen
to
him.
suspect him.
No reason to suspect him till date. So I still have that trust in him. And then no fears. I just have to keep working on myself, trying to make myself to look good and beautiful.
So that his eyes will still be there.
Yes, so that there will be no point that you start thinking, this woman is no longer caring
She's
for
out of
herself
date and all of that.
Yes, that is
But
it.
but as a result of childbearing and all that and age, whether you like it or not, you can't remain the way you are.
Yes. But the trust will be there for me.
Okay.
No fears.
Sir, what do you have for our viewers out there? We are rounding up. Just say a word for them. So since you key into this Abraham Boson show, how has it been? What advice do you have for the viewers out there concerning this our program, this our channel, this our show?
Okay, my advice is this Abraham's boson show.
Yeah.
It's actually a good one that has come up to educate both the married and the unmarried. That is a single one.
Yeah.
With what they are doing, a lot of persons out there will learn from the stories,
People's mistakes, people's
and experiences being shared. And like me, I had a lot of fears before I got married.
Wow.
But I think with this type of thing, one can easily get rid of such fear. By the time you hear one or two things from the Abraham Boson's show.
Ma, do you have a thing to say so our viewers who can hear from you?
My
That's our
husband
show.
have said it all.
Yeah, open your mind.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having the family of engineer and Mrs. Paul O'Malley in our show today. And I'm sure our viewers out there have learned so much from them. Keep watching Abraham Boson Show. Subscribe to our channel. Connect us on our Facebook page. Connect us on our Facebook group, The Single and Married, and I remain your friend. Happy weekend. Bye bye.